The next big priority for us at the moment is a project called Reset the Debt. We have been working on this since September last year. And Reset the Debt draws us away from that kind of big international space of issues like the climate crisis right into the heart of our local communities, and highlights the fact that particularly for low-income families, COVID has hit in hugely different ways. Whilst we might have all been in the same storm, we've not all been in the same boat, and some people did not have the tools to be financially resilient in the face of the pandemic. And that has meant that debt has really risen for low-income families in our communities. And so as churches, we've been thinking, how do we amplify this issue, which it feels like not many people are talking about, and bring in something prophetic from our theology and our practice that says there is a solution to this that is grounded in hope for change for people as we move forward. And in response to that, we turn to the biblical principle of Jubilee, this idea that every in cycles of 7 years in the Old Testament, a jubilee was called for, where everything was reset, where the land was restored to its rightful owners, where people's debts are paid off, where slaves were freed. This vision of a response to need being freedom and being liberation from the things that held people back from fulfilling their potential. So we've built up this campaign called Reset the Debt, which is calling on the government to establish a Jubilee fund to buy up and write off the debt held by low-income families because of COVID. And that has been really rooted in hearing the need from local communities as churches. We held focus groups during the first lockdown, and debt was the issue that was lingering at the back of people's minds in local communities. And for us, that's an opportunity to think about how we can be prophetic to our neighbours, to say, this could be the issue that is weighing your family down, and actually the church wants to speak into that. But also in our kind of wider social conversation about how we rebuild from the pandemic in an inclusive way. So we have prayers, theological material, discussion resources and actions that people can take on our website for that, which is resetthedebt.uk, and I can put that in the chat as well. And so far we've had really good traction with that. Over half of MPs have had contact from their constituents on the campaign. We're kind of working with MPs in Parliament and as well with church leaders to raise a platform of the issue. And again, for me, this is a real example of where kind of the lived experience of churches and communities is fusing with our theology to say, we have a hopeful vision for change to speak into at this moment, and the church can really be part of bringing that about.